Good morning, Fuzzy Puppy. Where's Fuzzy Puppy 2? There you are. You guys ready to come out and play? Yeah. Come here, big guys. Oh yeah, you fuzzy little guy. You fuzzy little guy. I've been starting to let them out now when I do chores and let them actually kind of roam with me. I don't let them into the goat fencing yet, but I let them mosey around while I'm inside working the other animals. All the girls are out to greet us this morning. Wow, it is a breezy morning. Hey buddy, you gonna come do chores with me? Yeah. There shouldn't be any eggs, buddy, because it's closed up. You want to check them? No eggs. But we can put this bar down. All right, now we're ready for some eggs. You want to check the inside for an egg? All right, let's check the inside. Coming in? Sometimes they lay one back here. I don't see anybody. You see any? Yeah, poop? Yeah, that's some chicken poop. All right, bud. Should we go check the goats? Yeah, the puppies playing? The only problem we're having with the puppies is with this little guy, because he likes to run, and then they think they want to play, and then they jump on his back, and their little claws, their little teeth can catch him, so he's getting a little scared of the dogs, which is what we don't want. So that really sucks. So we're trying to... Yeah? You see those? Yeah, so we're trying to nip that, trying to work with it as best as possible, but they're still puppies. Had to run a little man back to the house, just too much to keep him. Oh, what the heck? We got a freaking hole in our grain scoop. That's weird. I wonder what the heck. Let's see if we can do this. There we go, maybe. Should work. All right, goat, you're staying in. You're staying in. Look out, guys. Oh, there we go. And goat the chicken. Going after it. What do you think of them goats? What do you think of them goats? I think I have another scoop up in the barn. I'll have to remember to snag that later today. Hey puppies. You guys doing pretty good? It's kind of fun when I see them just sit down and kind of stare into here, just kind of watching and observing. Look out, watch your heads. There we go. All right, puppies, let's go, let's go. All right, the kiddos took the puppies. They're gonna feed them their morning feed, and now on to our real project for the day, which is this right here. I'm in our orchard. Currently I have 7 fruit trees planted. I think they're like 4 or 5 years old. Just pruned them up about a month ago. But yesterday we had 9 more fruit trees show up, and we're gonna plant them today. And here they are, right here. These are bare root fruit trees. They showed up in a box yesterday. Unboxed it and just set it back here. Nice little breeze, but it's a mixture. We have apples, peaches, pears, cherries, and plums, a few of each. And that'll kind of give us a more rounded, even number of all the fruit trees we got and the varieties. And I'm hoping this will help the pollination between different plants. I tried to match them up as best as possible. So the specific apples will help the other apples, plums to plums, all that kind of stuff, just to try to get some things to grow, because we have not yet harvested a single fruit, which it can take. I mean, I know it's like 4 to 6 years, give or take, soil, pollinators, all that kind of stuff, but it's been a long time since I planted those, and I'm really hoping to get some fruit one of these days. And what I'm gonna do to make sure I get these all set in the right spot, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some line, and I'm gonna run a line from tree to tree to tree and kind of make a grid pattern, and I'll find out where I'm missing trees to keep everything kind of straight and equal, because if I don't do that, it's gonna drive me crazy for the rest of my life. All right, found my line, some stakes, and there's my other scoop I was talking about. Leave that there for later. Currently what I got, like I said, was 7 trees, and it's kind of like we got 3 trees wide and we're 4 trees deep, but it's not filled in the middle. So there's like actually 2 trees missing from this line here. We go and missing from there, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're actually gonna fill all the voids, and we're gonna actually add a 4th line. So when we're done with this whole project, we'll have 4 trees one way, 4 trees the other. It'll be a nice giant square orchard. So I'm going to start on this end, because this is the final trees on this side, and everything's going to be added to that side. I'm going to tie this string just around the base of this quick. We'll pull some lines, give us a nice little grid to follow. Should work out pretty slick. And I'm just gonna hug the sides of these trees, maybe zigzag. Left to right. So now we're at the last tree here. And these are spaced 20 feet apart. So I'm gonna come another 20 feet, and that's actually where this tree will land. So let's see here. Grab a stake here, and we will pull our 20 feet. And I'm not looking for rocket science perfection, but as close as I can get, so it's just not way off. Wow, that was pretty close. 20 feet right here. So I'll leave that. We'll pull this snug in these trees. And 20 feet. Right there. Looks good. Okay, now we have our corner. So the rest of these will be pulled off this direction and that direction from the rest of the trees. So this second line of trees is actually now missing a tree in the center. So we need to mark our center 20 foot and then another 20 past our third tree there. So we'll go ahead, we'll tie it off here too. Basically what we're gonna end up doing is just tying them to each one of these trees, pulling it straight that way, and then we'll probably pull downward for any of them that we need to just see where the two lines meet, and then we know that's exactly where we're gonna want them. All right, so there's our third tree spot. Now we come another 20 feet-ish. Pull this snug. Make sure we're not missing anything here. Here we go. Tucked up against that third tree to give us our line. And 20 feet is right there. All right, so I got the rest of the grid laid out. And what I got now, since I'm pulling lines from previous trees to previous trees, and then new stakes in certain areas, we got crisscross right here. So another tree will go there. We got another tree that'll go here. That's hooked up to that one and pull all the way to that one. We got another tree there. And so this is laying everything out pretty close to perfect. So I'll have a nice square, evenly spaced orchard when we're done here. The only non-tree side that we pulled is basically, this is gonna be our new area. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is our new edge here, but that's straight, pulled off all the rest of those. All right, we've got our bucket of water and our trees. Let's get this thing opened up, get them roots soaking, as I'm sure it's gonna take me a little while to dig a bunch of these holes. There we go. Oh, it's weird. It's like almost like a gel. I wonder if some sort of weird packing or something that holds the moisture. That is so weird. Huh. All right, first one. Actually, I might have to get a couple buckets now that they're separated out a little bit. Let's see how well this does. All right, bucket number 2. Add a little bit more water to that one. And then we have these 4 leftovers. All right, here we go. Now it's time to start digging some holes. Now that I know exactly where my trees will be placed at these crosshairs, I'm gonna go ahead and stick a little stake in here, and I'm gonna pull these strings out. I got a ring that I'll be able to use to center over each of these locations and kind of help me dig a fairly good looking circle. So it's just these 2 and one more, yeah, right there. All right, to show you what I'll be doing here, this is what I got. I got this giant circle, it's 26 inches. And this way I can lay it right here, center it, and I can use that to dig a nice, somewhat even hole all the way around. Doesn't still have to be perfect, but this will give me a good starting point. So I'm actually going a few inches past it. So this is probably about a 30-inch circle by the time I'm actually done. And I want plenty of room to get plenty of loose dirt and soil, so those roots have a good opportunity just to push through. Here we go. So we got our outline done. I can peel up the grass, set that to the side, and then start pulling some of the dirt actually out for the tree itself. So a lot of digging today. All right, so I got all the sod off, and that'll be tossed to the chickens. Now it's just left is pure dirt, which seems like it's hard as rocks here, but this is what I'm gonna save. I'm gonna throw it into the wagon. I brought the side-by-side down. Holy cow, what is, there is some rocks or something in here. But I brought the side-by-side down here, and that's what I'll throw all the grass and sod in, and then the dirt will be separate, and that's what we'll use to place back in here. So the first tree closest to the hole, this is a pear tree. It's a Bartlett pear. And I have 2 more pear trees. So I think I'm gonna do one here and then one right there. That way they're fairly close to each other. So I think I got, yeah, here's a Moon Glow pear right here. I'll see if we got it deep enough. Should be pretty close. Yeah, it's pretty close, because here is the graft. This is where they attached the actual pear tree to basically another root system, basically. And you want to keep that above the dirt a couple inches. So that's probably pretty about good right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and back the trailer over here, and we will start backfilling this hole. Okay. Get this kind of situated where I want it. This one random little root. I think I might, no, I'll just do it by hand for a minute here. All right, I'm gonna step back, just make sure it looks like it's somewhat straight. I'm on a slope here, so yeah, it looks pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I think we're good right there. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this wagon, and we can just dump the dirt right into it. There we go. Pack it in a little bit. All right. Okay, we'll move on. Next hole right there, we'll do another pair. Let's go from there. I like it. All right, second hole, done, ready to go. Have another pear tree. I think it's a Bosque pear. Got a limb. It's actually snapped off, basically. That's all right. But yeah, this one, ooh, I might have to dig a little bit deeper. We've got a little longer roots on this one. We'll give it a couple more shovelfuls. All right, let's see where that lands us. There's our little graph. I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, that actually looks really good. You can actually see where their dirt was at, was right there too. So we're pretty much at the same level that the dirt was at the nursery that this came from. All right, 7 more to go. Bring these down a little closer to where we're actually working. But I got the 3rd hole dug and cleaned out. And this tree here is a peach tree. So I'm thinking I'll do peach there and then peach there. And I should have I think it's a Bella of Georgia peach, something like that. Bella of Georgia. Oh yeah, this big one right here. It's already got some pretty flowers on it. Bella of Georgia, yeah. I don't know if you can see those pink little flower buds on there. That's gonna be a pretty tree. Oh, we got another damaged branch. This one's barely hanging on. Oh, that's gonna have to come off too. And maybe a little bit of trimming on this one I think I'm gonna have to do. Let's see though. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's gonna be a great one right there. All right, we got our last big tree here. This is the Alberta peach. And that's actually the same as that one. They didn't have a whole lot of different varieties, so I went with one that I knew would work just fine. That's about perfect again. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Yep. Okay, now we can move up. I think we'll do some apples next. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. There is not 4, there's 3. All right, first apple tree. Like I said, we get our ring centered, and we will cut ourselves a nice line, just a few inches outside of this thing, making it about a 30-inch circle. After the circle, I'm literally just going underneath the layer of grass and just skimming the grass off, because I don't want that back in here. And that is what I will feed to the chickens. They're gonna love it, because as I'm digging, there are so many worms and grubs and bugs in this stuff. They are going to have a heyday with all this, which then now I can go ahead and dig down deep for the tree itself. And this dirt I'm tossing over to the side into the wagon to backfill. And now I know it'll be nice, clean dirt without any grass clippings and little roots and stuff. And we have our red delicious apple. Looks like we have plenty of depth, that's for sure. And from there, just want to make sure it's standing nice and straight. Looks pretty good that direction. It's leaning this way a little bit. Just a little extra pressure on that one side. Yeah, that looks a lot better already. And a little bit of packing, just make sure it gets down in there. Pushes that dirt down around them roots. Gets out any air pockets. Perfect. Apple tree, done. So we got our red delicious there. We got a golden delicious here. And then this one's done. All right, doing another apple. There you go. Nice. Ready? There you go. All right, we're getting there. There you go.
Oh, it's still alive. Can I alive?
Yeah, so pull it back. Pull it back towards you. Yep, keep going. There you go. and then get down low.
Put in.
Yeah, put your hand down lower.
No, I want to do the.
Here, if you hold down lower, it'll be easier to carry. Okay. You're gonna try stepping on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hold it so you can hold your balance a little bit, and just jump on it a little bit. There he goes. Keep going. There we go. Okay. And then pull it back. There you go.
Can I try?
Yeah.
No.
All right, let's see it. Let's see if we got it deep enough. All right, let's see. So this one is called a gala apple.
Oh, it's an apple.
That's another apple tree.
Yeah. That means we get a green apple.
That's okay, I'm just packing it in so that it's nice and tight. Okay, I think that looks good. Get our puppy break on. Yeah, you fuzzy guy. You fuzzy. Big honey. Big honey.
He's excited.
All right, back to work. So we got our plum right there. So we'll have another plum here and a third right there. And these are our final two. This is a blue damson. Oh, there's a big worm right there.
Big one.
How many are you up to?
I got one. Like 2,000.
2,000 worms? Whoa.
Yep. Then we're gonna. Then we.
All right, last one over here.
Oh, he likes it.
Honey's trying to dig. You helping us out, buddy? This one's basically like a twig. Another Stanley plum with basically no branches at all, so this will be interesting. All right, puppies.
Yep. Well, it hasn't glowed.
All right, out of there, guys.
I'll do it.
All right, get out.
Get out. Quick.
They're heading our way. Swing this open. All right, look out, chickens. Here I come. Oh, it's a lot of weight. All right, we'll throw a stake in each one of these also, just to give it a little extra support, because we get a lot of wind around here. It can get pretty crazy. That is right, we got every single tree planted today. We got them staked. I even added little ties to each one of the trees just to make sure nothing flops too bad in the wind. We mulched, and next is gonna be a bunch of water. And from there, they grow. And hopefully our orchard will grow and flourish, and we'll have tons of fresh fruit someday. That is the plan. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed today's video. See you all next time. Later.